Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's me, Spider-Man.
What are you doing here?
I heard there was a bitch-ass nigga talking crazy. Show him that he a bitch-ass nigga for real. Dumbass Dilma, right?
Don't worry, Spider-Man. I got this bitch-ass nigga.
Whoa. Would you look what we have here? Maui finally responded after, 30 years. I guess it is what it is. So, Maui, after thoroughly, but I mean pretty well, after thoroughly reviewing your video, you have just proven to me that you're biased. There's literally no other way than just the point that you're biased to Martian Manhunter. Just by, I've watched the video fully. I didn't skip any parts. I didn't skip over. I watched the entire thing start to finish. And I waited to, give my commentary after I was done with the video. So I respected, I heard you out fully. I'm trying to hear what you're trying to say. Let's get into it. First joke of the day.
Alright, so first thing that we're gonna discuss, obviously, it's where do I even start? Everything is so stupid. First off, we're gonna start with this nerd stuff. This is just not accurate, okay? Let's go definition of nerd. Let's go with what a nerd is. A nerd is a person who is extremely enthusiastic and knowledgeable about a particular subject. When you called me a nerd, let me bring the mic closer. When you called me a nerd, just because I know a lot about superheroes, you arguing back with me will also make you a nerd because you're claiming that you know more about this particular character. That will also make you a nerd, so you using that as an insult will also be insulting yourself. We'll go over right here. Right here is probably the most important part. Yeah, right here is probably the most important part that you messed up on. And what you said was that Superman, and you use this as an example, Superman, you're right. Superman did not bleed even though he was weakened by kryptonite until he started bleeding after he got cut. Which you go to the part, or it's right here. He started bleeding after he got cut. So you saying that he can only bleed from kryptonite in some universes, for others, you know what? That's a fair claim. You might be right on that one. I can't say that in every single universe he can bleed from this because every single universe is not the same, and you are correct on that. That is a proved fact. When you say this, you gotta understand what you're really committing to. Oh no, Superman might not be able to bleed in this universe, but can bleed in that one. That is what you are saying, so you have to commit to that. You can't say anything otherwise, because that wouldn't make sense. You then go on to say, Superman directly states that I forgot to say his name, so I'm just gonna call him Martian Manhunter. He directly states that Martian Manhunter is the most powerful Justice League member and being on Earth. After what you just said about in some universes he can bleed and others he can't, you can't use one comic panel to go and base your entire claim off of. Because now you're talking about multiple universes across multiple different timelines. You feel me? So you can't say that in this one comic panel he's really strong, and even Superman says that he's stronger than him. Well, what about other comic panels? What about ones that Superman is stronger? What I did for my video is I took the average. If we added all the Superman up and averaged their abilities, averaged their strength, Superman would win most at a time, most times out of 10. That was the thing I said, so I can be as fair as possible. That's what I said. You're just taking one comic panel. Actually, no, you took two, if we're really gonna be honest. You took two comic panels and said that these are just enough to know, which doesn't make sense. Because now you mentioned multiple timelines. And then, yeah, there's a lot of timelines where Martian Manhunter is stronger, but there's more timelines where Superman is stronger. A lot more. Way too much, actually. Like I said, that's what I did. I took the average amount, and Superman averages out to be stronger. If we take everything into this consideration, Superman would be stronger more often than Martian Manhunter would be stronger. I'm not saying in some versions that Martian Manhunter isn't stronger, but I'm just saying most times he's gonna be weaker. That's a fair claim, I think. That's not anything crazy. And if you wanna go, we're all right, then both at their strongest. If we're doing both their strongest variations, this guy right here, Cosmic Armor Superman, will absolutely, without a doubt, slam literally any version of Martian Manhunter to ever exist. It doesn't even come close. You can take the strongest version of Martian Manhunter and put him against this guy. It doesn't matter. He's gonna die. Not even he's gonna die. He's gonna be erased from everything. So, like I said, I think I'm initially, I have to see the video. I have to recap. Now, we're gonna go into super analyzing mode. Alright, Let's get it going.
Technology, yes. But again, different Supermans, different everything. They're not all equal. None of them are equal. None of them are at the same level or power level as any other Superman. They're all different.
You literally stated right there in that entire clip that all the Superman are different. So we can also say the same about all the Martian Manhunters. Unless, of course, you're just being biased to the one character that you like and not actually giving every single character a fair chance. Like, you can't say that for one character and not say it for the other. There's comics where Superman will wipe the floor of Martian Manhunter. And there's comics where Martian Manhunter will wipe the floor of Superman. Of course, everybody has their own comic. Everybody's going to be the strongest in their own comic most times, not all the time, but most times they are. And when that happens, that's a good say. You can say that in this story, he is stronger. But when I'm saying, well, when I was talking about like him versus, or Superman versus Martian Manhunter, I was taking the average of what Superman can do in all his comics and the average of what Martian Manhunter can do in all his comics. That's what I was doing, so I can give them both a fair playing field. That's another thing I would like to talk on. Wally West, you know better than to talk about Wally West. You fucking know better, Jit. You already knew that whatever you was gonna say was gonna be some bullshit about Wally West, so you fucking know better, nigga. Actually, I have to replay this part because I just need you to like, I know you stuttered, and it happens to everybody, but I need you to hear yourself when you're trying to say this part.
Single one's gonna have the same exact biology. And you know what? I'll give you props for Wally West because he is broken and because he is literally the fastest fucking Flash in all of the comics. He's faster than Superman. He's faster than fucking Barry Allen. He's faster. He's literally 13 trillion. Like, he's 13 trillion, like, more miles, or he's 13 trillion fast. He's 13 trillion more faster than the speed of light.
He's 13 trillion times faster than the speed of light. I understand what you're saying, and I'm not making fun of you for stuttering, because like that's stupid, everybody does it. I was just like pointing it out because when I was watching it originally, I thought it was kind of funny. All right, that's another thing. First of all, when you was talking about this one, this comic panel with him getting punched by Captain Cold, I was actually wrong to use this panel because I don't know if you see it right here on his chest, but this little blue lightning, apparently in this comic, Captain Cold gained like super speed and he was able to like, you know, run as fast as Barry for a little bit. And that's why I think that this one is viable. But Captain Boomerang throwing boomerangs is not gonna work. I know all the Flashes are different, but regardless, their speed should average out light speed, at least light speed, like bare minimum light speed. Like that's what at least they should be able to do. And maybe this one is slower. Maybe this one is like Mach 10, but come on, bro. You still can't dodge this at Mach 10. Like there's no way he's a guy throwing a boomerang. He's throwing it so fast that he's throwing it at Mach 10. He's not even super strong. It's just a boomerang flying. Like, come on. Come on, bro.
Also, the fucking counter, fucking Professor Dipshit, calling me fucking ugly, buddy. First of all, Malcolm, I don't know where the fuck you got to say that fucking crazy insult from. Cause one, I ain't fucking ugly.
Maybe you're not ugly, but you sure as hell don't look the best either. Like it can go either way. You're like in between chopped and like mid looking. Like you're not fully chopped, but you can pass as like he looks mid, I guess, like a mid tier.
I'm sexy as fuck.
Maui. Like I'm not even trying to be mean anymore, but you dumb. Man to man? No, you're not.
And two, you're fucking like what? Like fucking 5'2" tall.
Malcolm is pretty fucking close to your height. I'm not trying to glaze Malcolm or anything, but Malcolm is pretty close to your height. Now, is he as tall as you? No, but you're as tall as David, and David and Malcolm are not that far apart.
Shut the fuck up, boy. I don't know what the hell you coming from. Stick to running and stick to shooting a fucking camera at the fucking studio.
He doesn't even shoot the camera, that's me. But his running has more potential in the future than you selling snacks at school.
And also, Elijah, shut your ass up. Because one, you too damn broke. Yes, you are a brokey ass motherfucker who can't even spend $1 on a damn cosmic brownie. So, I don't know when the fuck or from where you getting money to buy from my fucking brother, by the way, David. So I don't know where you came from talking about you would buy.
I'm gonna stop right there before I continue. Number one, David, in this situation, David ain't your brother, nigga. David's on my side. So, technically, David's my brother. Only in this situation. That's number one. Number two, I've bought multiple things from David. The time where I couldn't buy a cosmic brownie from you is the actual time where I was pretty broke. I had no cash to spare because I already spent it on stuff that, like, I already wanted. Am I usually broke? Hell yeah. I won't even lie. That broke statement, that's a real statement, bro. I am broke. I won't cap. I won't do none of that. I'm broke, nigga. I got no fucking bread.
Buddy, you don't even got bread to do it. Shit, I'm fucking surprised you even had the fucking funds to fucking produce a video. And at all, fucking, you had to get a black man to edit your video for free. So,
when you put free Aiden right here, I was originally going to edit the video myself. The video was supposed to be done by me. Like, I didn't force Aiden to do anything. Actually, we're gonna get an Aiden cameo on here. Mr. Aiden, can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you please tell, the recording that you technically offered and I was going to do it myself, but you asked if you can do it.
I did. I wanted to edit it, so like I asked, and yeah.
That's how you're doing. And now, is he going to edit this one? He is going to edit this one. You want to know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because he asked me to do it. I'm not forcing him to do it. He asked me to do it. He asked, and I was like, you know what? Sure, I don't really care. He's a better editor than me, but I'm a better editor than you. So
get the fuck out this damn fucking. Get out my face. This is the last. I'm doing this. The last fucking shot I'm doing. So overall, this is not over if you don't want it to be over. And if you want to come back at me, go ahead. But I'm telling you this right now, you're not winning this at all. Okay? Yes, you got me for Flash, but I'm getting you. I got you with Martian Manhunter. So right now it's 1-1. Right now it's 1-1. So let's put it like that. Also,
it's not 1-1. It is 2-0, and I'm up 2. Not only does what you said make no sense, like you haven't shown me anything. Actually, no, you did just show me anything where Martian Manhunter was whooping Superman's ass, but like I said, that was a comic where Martian Manhunter was stronger than Superman. So I've heard you had arguments with other people, Sebastian, at lunch, B-lunch to be exact, where you was talking about how Martian Manhunter can beat Superman. One of the things you said is that he can go invisible, and what Sebastian said is that Superman has X-ray vision, so him going invisible is useless. His telepathy, that he has to aim at a certain person. First of all, telepathy is a really weird power just in general. So if he wanted to mind control fucking Superman, or if he wanted to mind control anybody, like complete mind control, like he can't do anything, he first has to be stronger than that person. He can't do it. Like, he's not going to be able to mind control Darkseid now, is he? No, because he's not stronger than Darkseid. Being in somebody's mind is a lot easier than making them do something. So yeah, he can talk to everybody on Earth, because that's a lot easier than forcing everybody on Earth to do this one action. You feel me? I feel like that's just common knowledge. But anyways, to wrap this all up, all right, you are first, I already said that, but like I said, you're being biased right now. You're not giving me fair information to, counteract the original argument I proposed. You didn't do Wonder Woman, but I already saw the text that you would have if you didn't do Wonder Woman because you didn't want the rant to be too long, but the next video you do, you're going to have her in it. So it's 2-0 right now. You can put that on the board. I'm still up. You haven't said anything to get me off this victory streak. So whenever you want to make it 3-0, send the video, little bro. I have all the time in the world. Fucking dumbass.